Hello and welcome to your reading. In this reading, we are going to ask Spirit to let us know what it is that you need in order to move forward. So let's go ahead and get started with these cards. If you are finding this video is meant for you. I have the intention of this video only finding those it is meant for, and it is going to help. So right now we are looking to find out what exactly it is that we need to move forward. So let's just kind of figure out what's holding us back first. We got to identify what's holding us back before we can really understand. Oh, okay, we got two cards that wanted. Oh, we got three cards that want to pop out. Alright. Our first card. Okay, feminine energy. So this is telling me that right now we are wanting to be in control of the situation. And when we seek feminine energy, it's one of those things where you're being asked to be in flow. When we're in flow, we're trusting our intuition, we're trusting our divine, and we're doing what we need to in order to succeed. If you hear a thumping noise, that's my dog playing with his football inside the house. Alright, next card. Longing. Okay, so here I see that there is something that we've really been wanting, something that we've been kind of chasing and going after. And a lot of times when we're longing for something, it's something that we truly desire, but there's a different energy between desire and longing. Desire is you knowing that it's something that you want and that it's going to come to you. Longing for something is putting yourself in the energy of, I want this thing, but I don't think it's ever going to come to me, or if it is going to come to me, I have better chances of winning the lottery. All right. And our last card of this little message here is secrets. So I feel like the universe isn't saying that people are talking secrets about you. I feel like it's actually the exact opposite, where you're keeping secrets from yourself. So whenever we're trying to go after something or we're doing something, it's important to remember that you have to be honest with yourself. And especially when we're longing for something, a lot of times it's one of those things where we won't be honest about what it is that we want or what it is that we're really looking for. And if we're trying to move forward here, we need to be able to move with intention and clear focus. And if we're keeping stuff from ourselves, or we're lying to ourselves about what it is that we truly want, then it's not gonna come. It's going to be one of those things where it's gonna be sloppy and it's gonna be messy. And I feel like with this feminine energy here, you're really being asked to give yourself the chance to just go with the flow and release and surrender, which can be difficult if you're the person that's been doing this for a very long time. And I feel like you have been chasing this for a while. This isn't something that you just decided yesterday or last month or even last year. I feel like this is something that you have been longing for quite some time. And it's one of those things where now it's time to be honest with yourself, so that way you can see exactly and know exactly what it is that you want so you can receive it. We're now going to look at the tarot cards to see what it is that might be keeping us from holding us back. Like, what exactly, why are we hiding from ourselves? Why are we, not being completely, okay. All right. So, Seven of Swords, that just goes with the secret card so much, because Seven of Swords is the deception card. So a lot of people perceive it as you are being deceived, but in every reading I've always done for me or other people, it's always that you're deceiving yourself. And again, it's one of those where we're not being honest with ourselves. And it could be something as simple, like something we all understand, where you're like, okay, I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to lose 20 pounds this month. Well, that's cool, but that's A, most likely not realistic, and B, you need to be honest with how and what and where you're going to do it. And do you really want to do the things to lose weight? Do you really want to make those lifestyle changes? Or do you just want it to magically go away? So again, it's one of those of being honest with ourselves. Let's see what, oh, okay, that card fell. All right, King of Swords in its reverse position. So when I see the King of Swords in its reverse position, I first already just know that we're being really critical and really mean. And we're holding ourselves to a too high expectation. We're telling ourselves that this should be easy and it should be done quickly when that's not realistic whatsoever. It's kind of like expecting yourself to be able to run a marathon when you've actually never even gone out and run. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. So let's go ahead and realize that the King of Swords is coming through and saying, we are being hard on ourselves, we are being mean, and we are putting the bar so high that we're going to fail. Like, we're purposely setting ourselves up for failure, because if we purposely set ourselves up for failure, then it's not something that we have control over, and it's just our circumstances, which is not a great place to want to be. So I'm going to pull one more card, because I feel like there's still something under the surface that's, keeping us from moving forward. It's this card. Ooh, Judgment. Okay, so what I love about the Judgment card is, and it's not one of those where, like, you're being judged by other people, you're being judged by a higher power. Judgment is you judging yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and saying, am I happy? Am I okay with who I am? And being 100% honest with yourself again. Again, the honesty to self here is a huge theme so far in this reading. And when I see Judgment, it's one of those things where you need to be honest. And a lot of times when we're honest with ourselves, we have that breakthrough, because Judgment, when it comes to the tarot card, is also about breakthroughs. And so the more honest you are, the more realistic you are, the more you're going to understand what it is that you need to even break through, to keep moving forward, to keep getting what you're trying to go after. Because longing is giving away our power, but desire is owning our power and actively working towards it. So let's see what it is that we can do in order to help ourselves, actively grow towards this, to actively get our desire. All right, this is the deck that felt right. So what is it that's going to help us to be honest with ourselves, to help us, go from longing and wishing to desire and claiming our truth? Okay, these cards really wanted to come out. So we have Perception. Okay. What I love about Perception is this is one of those things where it's, again, you're in control. You have the ability to decide what it is that you're going for, and it's all about how you frame it, and ways that you work with this and talk about it. Are you going to be honest and straightforward, or are you going to skew it? And then, ooh, Space. That's a good one. So with Space, whenever I get this card, it's a reminder too that you create your space. Like, yeah, we all were born in a certain environment, and we all, we're in certain cities or certain situations. But up till a point, you get to start making the decisions where you can change your environment. And at this point, I'm almost pretty sure you're at the point where you can change your environment, you can change your space. So right now, if the space that you're in isn't conducive to what you're going for, let's start focusing on the space that's around us. I was going to pull another card, but I don't feel like I need to with this deck. Instead, I'm going to pull from this deck, because I still don't have clear answers on what it is that we need to do in order to move forward. Okay, so the cards that jumped out was Inner Journey, and then, here we are, Home. And I was just talking about our surroundings and our space. But let's talk about Inner Journey first, because Inner Journey is a reminder that, the true healing, the true desire, the true taking control to move forward, again, is about going inside. That goes with the Judgment card too. It's about being honest and going inside and asking yourself, what is it that I really want? What is it that I'm really after? And what do I need to remove? What am I saying to myself that is blocking me from what it is that I'm actually going after? And then Home. So home is a twofold here, because home can be a building, or it can just be you in your own body. And I recently just had to learn how to be home in my own body, and it was a huge shift. And once I felt home in my body, I was able to work from my seat of power. But in order to do that, I had to be honest with myself. And there was a lot of things that were in my inner programming, and there was a lot of shadow work with my inner child and my inner teen that needed to be addressed in order to be able to do that. So this inner work card and this home card mirroring like each other so well, because it's again one of those things where in order to know what those next steps are, it's about going on the inside. I'm hoping to give you some clarification or answers here, but the real answers are going to be what you find once you start like removing those layers of deceit or confusion, or even trying to live up to others' expectations. Maybe a lot of times when we're deceiving ourselves, it's because our parents' voices, our society's voices, our teachers, or our spouse's voices are saying, you should do A, you should run, you should be a writer, you should be quiet, you should be happy with what you got, you should be whatever. And guess what? Those aren't your voices. So we need to take that inner journey and get that awakening and look in the mirror to remember who we are and find ourselves, so we can surrender to our truth and we can keep going forward. All right, let's see if Spirit has any kind of help that they can give us, or any advice about where exactly these stories or this dishonesty is coming from. So what is it that we can do to help us like uncover the real truth that we're going for, the things that are going to be long lasting? What is it that's going to, oop, that card really. Okay, so literally sacred journey, inward journey, judgment. I mean, these literally are all about you going inside and meditating, or maybe writing in your journal if you journal. But whatever it is, we really do need to go inward. I can't make that up. Like, that's 3 cards that all say that. Oh, Mother Earth. Okay, so maybe another thing that you can do to help you find the answers is to connect with Earth. So maybe taking a walk, maybe allowing yourself to work in a garden right now. If you're in the States, it's a beautiful season to be outside working in your garden. Maybe it's one of those things where you just need to ground yourself. Grounding is a huge thing that can help you bring clarity and also can lead to meditation. So I feel like in order for you to find the answers, to find your true authenticity, to understand exactly what it is that you're truly desiring and what you're not just chasing or longing for, is going to come clearer when we do the inner work, but maybe also too when we're doing something with nature, whether that be working with even potted plants. If it's too cold for you to go outside. But it's one of those things where, nature is going to be a great healer in this. I just want to pull one more deck, see if Spirit has any last encouragement words for us. Because, Spirit's pretty much laid it on heavy here that we just need to surrender to flow, really be honest with ourselves. That was a big part. And, connect with the earth to maybe just help us release some of those lies, some of the deceit, some of those voices that are no longer ours. What are we? All right, we have purpose. Discover and live your life's purpose. Okay, so you're literally being asked to, again, figure out what it is that's been holding you back. And if you are not following the right path, so what I like about this card is it's a compass, and it always points north. And it's one of those where if you're following someone else's directions, that's not your purpose, that's their purpose. So let's find our own purpose. Action. Take steps that lead you closer to your dreams. I love that because that goes right with the whole being outside and connecting with Earth and just, doing stuff to physically help you get to the root of what it is that's holding you back, to get to the root of whose voices or, what guilt or what shame is keeping you from living and being that person. And intuition, trust your inner voice and follow its guidance. So I love that because that's that feminine energy that happened in the very beginning of this reading, where it's one of those where you just have to go with the flow. You have to really connect and surrender and allow yourself to, instead of being in control and forcing the situation, you just have to go internal and follow things that don't always make sense sometimes and trust that the universe has your back. in the comments below, let me know exactly what it is that you're struggling with, because if you're unsure about what it is that this like lies that you might be working with are, or if you're just struggling to even understand, like, you know, you're unhappy, you know that you're not where you want to be, but you also don't really know what moving forward looks like, go ahead and put something in the comments below. There's a community out there that we can all help each other, and I will definitely respond to your comment and help you in my way too. Also, if you want more information, there's a link below that is available for private readings, so go ahead and book a reading with me if you want to get more specific information. This is just a general reading. And that's all I have for you today. So thank you so much. If you'd like more readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I can't wait to read for you soon. Bye-bye!